Good morning. Welcome to week 6 of our online learning. I wanted to say good morning and wish you a happy week. And today what we're going to do is we're going to do a little work with a new hobby of mine. And it's a little bit challenging for me because it's you don't really know how it's going to turn out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix some paints, and we use a lot of proportions as we're mixing. And so the math aspect of this process that I'm about to go into with our mixing of paints has to do with proportions and mixing things in a ratio of 1:1 or 1:2, and adding. It's sort of like a recipe for mixing this paint together. So I'm using acrylics, and I'm also going to be using Floetrol and a little bit of a WD-40 to create cells in the art projects that we're going to be doing today. So this is kind of a new hobby of mine, and it's very you don't really know how things are going to turn out, right? It's sort of how I feel right now with this online learning and what we're doing, and kind of staying safe at home, and we really don't know how things are going to turn out sometimes, but we are going to jump in and try this. And you just never know when you try new things, and maybe try a new hobby or try a new way of learning, or just take on a new challenge like we are with this online learning, how things can turn out. Okay? Sometimes we may make a mess of it, and that might happen today. And sometimes things can turn out really beautifully. So I hope through this process and through this time that you guys have been able to really appreciate some time for yourselves, and also to find kind of the light and the silver lining in this time in our lives together. So I'm going to make some paint, and we'll see how this goes. All right. So here we are, partway through, and I have my canvas ready to go, and I've started mixing the paints, but I didn't film myself mixing all of the paints because it takes a little while. So the proportions that I used were 1 part paint to 1 part water to about 4 parts of Floetrol, and it's just a fluid medium. And so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take a few minutes, and I'm going to be stirring all of these up, and so we have a nice consistency. So kind of dedicating this week to getting some hobbies going, maybe something new. And this could get really crazy, and I'll probably make a really big mess, but that's okay, because it's fun to try new things. you can see, I've been busy making quite a mess. I have some paint left and some colors left, so I think I'll try just a couple more. It doesn't seem to matter what technique I use. My pieces always seem to turn out kind of looking the same. Maybe that's because I'm a beginner. I'm not quite sure, but if you have a hobby that you'd like to share with me this week, or something fun that you're doing, please let me know. Hopefully you'll have a good week of math. We're almost to the end of the year, so we have final projects coming up next week. So good luck this week with your learning. Any quizzes or tests that you might be taking, good luck with those. And I will see you next week. All right. Have an awesome week, guys.